Oh, thank you. Thank you, I'll check that. Okay.
Okay, well, welcome to the Plans A Planning Advisory Committee meeting on Tuesday, 19th of December. Just reminding everybody that this meeting is recorded. We don't seem to have any members of the public here, but if anyone does turn up, then they'll be on the recording. So if we start off with apologies for absence.
Yes, we have two apologies for absence. We have Councillor Chris Canfield and Councillor Michael Weaver, who I believe are substituted by yourself, for Councillor Chris Canfield.
That's right, yes, I'm sitting for Chris Canfield. Okay. Have we got any declarations of interest?
No.
No, none for me either. So we come to the minutes of the previous meeting, and I'll have to sign them off. But have you read the minutes of the previous meeting? You're quite happy with them? Okay, thank you. I think I signed the first page in the initial.
You do, yes. So the first page there's the section for you to sign and date it, and then you initial every single other page. It's just there, it doesn't matter, you can sign it over. Initial each page, thank you.
What to do first?
Yeah, please. So it's clear that each page hasn't been tampered with.
Okay. So we'll kick off with the list. And it starts on page 13, if I'm correct here.
Yes.
Yep. Okay, so first one, 5/2017-3153, single-storey front and side extension with roof lights to include integral garage following removal of existing garage, single-storey rear extension with roof light, first floor with hip roof extension to front, replacement front dormer, alteration opening, replacement windows and doors, removal of chimney, installation of flue. Rendered a rear of property at 4 Coloured Green, Harpenden. I think, have you written here, you recommend no objection subject to no loss of amenity to neighbouring properties?
Yes, my notes I've got here is the property is a good size, scope to accommodate the proposal, ample parking, other large houses in the street, not extending further back than the existing building line, not in the conservation area.
That sounds good to me, so we'll...
would you like to just sign and then I can get that to cut away? Thank you.
Okay, the next one is 5/20173230. Change of use to sui generis for use as a canine creche facility. Resubmission following withdrawal of 5/20172418 at Unit C, Backford Mill, Lower Luton Road, Harpenden, Arts, or Candace Road. So you written had a recommend no objection. The committee feels that this proposed change of use fits with the intentions of policy 22 of the district plan. Can you refresh our memory?
Yes, so essentially, this application appears to be the same as the previously withdrawn application. SADC just requested further information on details relating to, I think it was actually fire extinguishers and other matters. So essentially, I've just said repeat HTC recommendation from before. So in terms of you mentioning about policy 22, policy 22, just to quickly update you, relates to small businesses, which the District Council encouraged the provision of facilities for small firms on the employment areas listed in Policy 20, which actually this site is included as one of those. Small firms will also be encouraged where environmentally acceptable on other sites that comply with Policies 23, 24, 77 and 89. So that's, essentially it's a change of use for an existing unit to another small business.
Okay, so it sounds good.
Yeah,
okay, so we concur with your recommendation, Heather.
Okay.
The next one is 5/2017324, demolition of existing garage and utility room, construction of 2-storey side and rear, single-storey front extension of 6 Stewart Road, Harpenden. Recommendation, no objection, subject to no loss of amenity to number 8 Stewart Road, policy 72 of the district plan referred.
Okay, the notes I have, increasing by 2 bedrooms to become 5, parking for 3 cars, which is just enough, as part of the policy, just about complies with the 45-degree angle for number 8. Number 4 will not be affected, and number 8 is angled away from the boundary, and it's just outside the conservation.
Yeah, I can concur with
I
that.
think that sounds good. Yep, we concur with that. So, the next one, 5/2173201, no comment required by the committee. So we'll move on 5/2173226, no comment required by the committee. I'll just read out the last number, 3236, application doesn't meet criteria for consideration by the committee. Next one, another discharge of conditions, no comment required by the committee, that's 3237. Then we're to 3260, this one, part single, part 2-storey rear extension, first floor side extension, single-storey front extension with entrance canopy, replacement roof with 3 roof lights, replacement windows, alterations to openings, and external cladding following demolition of existing conservatory. 7 men, close Harpenden Hearts. And the recommendation is no objection, subject to no loss of amenity to neighbouring properties. Policy 72 of the district plan confers.
Has there been any comments on this one?
I can double check, but there weren't when I last looked. I can double check.
Seems quite a large increase on what they're doing. Quite a small little close houses there, quite close together.
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, no loss of amenity then.
Okay, did you want to hear the my notes? Ample size plots and position to accommodate the proposal, backed onto tall tree screening, nothing to the side to be affected, and the neighbour has a large extension down the side, parking for 3 cars.
That's good.
Sounds good. We're happy to go with your recommendation.
One, from memory, is actually sort of at the end of the street.
Oh, is it on the edge, is it?
Yeah, I think so. I'll just have a little look.
So the one with the grass to the left of, to the right of
It's actually right at the end, so just here. Yeah, so as you say, the sort of these houses are quite closely packed together, but it's just this one here at the end.
Yes.
So the extension is at the back here, where I think I'm not quite sure. Is that the old?
No, that is.
Is that the Lee Valley bit?
No, that's what road is that? Rod, that's thingy.
It looks like it's a bit like not the Nicky line.
No, it's in the middle of the Cross Farm estate there, close, and the road that goes through it is
So it's East Coast Drive there.
It is East
Is
Coast
it
Drive,
like-
that's East Coast Drive. East Coast Drive,
Well, no, that's the road there, but it looks like it backs onto something that looks like a kind of a track arrangement or something.
oh, that's the alleyway, Lord, isn't
Yeah.
it? It's
Oh, is
really
it?
close.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Top
the
part
walk through.
here, and that's the
Yeah,
alleyway.
that's the
Okay,
alleyway.
so
Yeah.
essentially it backs onto the alleyway.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're okay with that. Happy to go with your
Okay,
recommendation.
fine.
Okay, we're on the top of page 15 now. 5/20173269, two-storey side extension, alterations to openings and external finishes at 25 Eastmoor Park, Harpenden, Hertfordshire. So your recommendation, there is no objection, subject to no loss of amenity to neighbouring properties, number 27 Eastmoor Park. This is 72 District 1.
Okay, proposed extensions will be partially screened by the garage, which is set forward. Vertical extension will be in line with the neighbour and not cause any impact.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
That's fine. Oh wait, on that last one, there's only parking issues, two-storey side extension.
No.
There's no bedroom there.
Doesn't help when I drop it. I don't think that there's actually increasing bedroom. I think they were just making it look the bedrooms larger. Yes, so here we go. So we've got 4 bedrooms already,
Yeah.
and they're actually just essentially making bedroom 3 larger.
Yes.
They're adding an extra bathroom. So
Yes, I'm
the
with you.
bathroom is replacing bedroom 3, and there is a new bedroom.
Okay.
Yeah, so no
Sorry
change
about
to
that.
that.
Yeah.
No,
That's
don't
good.
be sorry. Fine.
Sounds good.
You're usually quite good at checking parking. Yeah. Pete, you seem like to make sure that I'm on the ball with these things.
Okay, very good. So we come to the next one, 5/2017217, advertisement consent, display of 1 externally illuminated fascia sign and 2 non-illuminated text graphics to front elevation at 37 High Street, Harpenden. So recommendation, no objection, subject to compliance with policy 90 of district plan.
Okay, replacing the old signage with new branding signage in a like-for-like fashion. Illumination will be as existing from top lighting, combined with policy 90. Yes.
Yep,
Sounds
happy
good.
with that.
Yep, we'll concur with that. Okay, next one is a 5/2017311, discharge of conditions. We don't do those ones.
No.
The next one is 5/201730204, subdivision of existing dwelling into 2 4-bedroom semi-detached dwellings following raising of roof, part singles, part 2-storey rear extension, 2-storey side extension with front and rear dormer windows, integral garage with rear terrace area, rear carport, front boundary wall, and new pedestrian access, associated landscape and alterations to opening at 26 Bowers Way, Hartlepool. So this is one of the ones the committee had to consider. And,
Yes. I could have delegated this, but I didn't, because the town council were not in favour of this application when we last looked at it.
Yes.
It took a long time for it to be decided by the district. I think it was called in actually, but they were granted permission. So I looked at the drawings, and there's very little change to the fresh application to the one that's been approved, just that they have omitted the basement. But I didn't want to delegate it because I didn't know whether or not the town council wanted to stick with what we had said before, probably on the basis that we want to stay consistent, but probably based in the knowledge that it will be agreed again by the district.
So this is the one next to Vaughan.
Right, it's just next door to Thompson's Close.
Yes, that's
yes, if you're going
I
down
remember.
Thompson's Close into the town, it's
Yes.
on the right.
Yes, I remember well, I think we should just stick with what we said before, because there's not a huge difference in these proposals, so for the sake of consistency, I think we should stick.
I think I concur that. Also, the Thompson Close, there's no parking down there, is it? Well, it's very limited.
I don't think you can park at
No, you can't park on
unless you've
Thompson
got
Close, it's very limited parking. So I think that because it's very limited, no real difference in the application.
I mean, essentially, the change that they've made, which is just that the basement is going, doesn't address any of our concerns from last time.
So we're going to
I wasn't
recommend
advised
removal
to
of the same.
I agree.
Okay, so the next one, let me put that away.
Yeah, that's fine. No, it's okay.
5/201732206. This one, the application does not meet the criteria for consideration by the committee, so we'll stick to the next one. This one, 5/201732239, again, doesn't meet the criteria for consideration by the committee. The next one is, well, 5/201732242, single-storey side extension, part single, part two-storey rear extension, insertion of windows, alterations to openings and installation of roof lights following demolition of existing rear wing extension and side stack. Resubmission following approval of 5/201700570. Now, the recommendation is no objection subject to the appropriate design and use of materials on this locally listed building in the conservation area. Policies 85 and 87 of District Plan refer.
Okay, yes, so the proposal is for a reduced scheme from the two previously approved schemes. HTC has no problem with them both.
Sounds good. Okay, we concur with your recommendation.
Funny actually, a few, you often get sort of applications that come back for less than what they've got permission for, and it's removing the basements and a reduction in roofs.
Could be price, or it could be they realise they've lost something else. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, is it because the developer's selling it and people don't want to pay that much?
Maybe. Yes, maybe.
You know, so
Yeah, it's interesting.
They're struggling to sell bigger properties.
Yeah.
So flats and more expensive ones, obviously.
Okay, we'll move on to the top of page 17 now. 5/201732250. No comment required by the committee here. This is a discharge of condition, so we don't cover them. So the next one, 5/201732262. Non-material amendment, removal of garage door to replace with a window. Then again, that doesn't meet the criteria of consideration by the committee. 5/201732288. That is discharge of conditions again. Next one, 5/201733319. Again, discharge of conditions that doesn't need comment by the committee. And 5/201733328, non-material amendment, and this one, the application does not meet the criteria of consideration by the
That was good, that page, wasn't it?
That was a good page. So we'll move over to page 18.
We're on this page.
Oh, we've got one.
So, top of the page 18, 5/201733343. That doesn't meet the criteria of consideration by the committee. Next one, 5/201736167. Certificate of lawfulness, and we don't comment on those. Next one, 5/2017329. Variation of condition 2, that doesn't meet the criteria for consideration by the committee. 5/201733305, single-storey rear extension, and again, single-storey rear extension with roof lights following demolition of single-storey rear projection at 34 Laycroft Way, Harpenden Hearts. Recommendation, no objection, subject to no loss of immunity to neighbouring properties. Policy 72 for the district plan first.
I think some of the other properties on Laycroft Way have done similar with their extensions, because a friend of mine used to live there and his family have done the same. So there is a precedent there anyway.
Okay.
Well, I don't have to tell you anything
Yeah,
from
good.
my notes, because Harry has clearly read
It's
them.
clearly out the job then.
Yes.
Oh,
Thank you,
well.
Harry.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, essentially really what Harry has said. That there are a number of other properties in the street that have done similar, if not more substantial, and yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that comes out.
Okay, so we agree with your recommendation. Next one, 5/2017324, discharge of conditions 8, so no comment required by the committee for that. On page 19, 5/2017332, discharge of conditions 3, again no comment required by the committee. Next one, 5/2017315, part single, part two-storey front and rear extensions at 21 Broadfields, Harpenden Hearts. Recommendation, no objection, subject to being in keeping with the street scene and no loss of amenity to neighbouring properties, policy 72, and this is NOF.
Well, you need to remove the N.
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
One and
Thank you.
policy
It's a spelling
72.1
mistake.
and 72.5, yes.
Yeah, sorry, there's a spelling mistake.
Okay, so
You happy with that?
what's the effect on the street scene?
Well, my notes are the proposed extension is a relatively small addition to the existing house. Other houses have done front two-storey extensions. Plot seems able to accommodate, doesn't appear to be an increase in bedrooms.
Yep. Yeah,
That's good.
good.
Yep. I think we'll go with your
Happy with that?
recommendation.
I'll correct that extra N there.
Okay, the next one is 5/201733446. Change of use from Class A1 retail to mixed use, Class A1 retail and Class 3 restaurant cafe at 26 Station Road, Harpenden. Recommendation committee to consider.
Which one is this?
This is Rollins Wine.
Oh. Oh, so we're losing the wine shop? Or,
Yeah, potentially, yeah.
Yes, I mean,
Okay, so this is a change to mixed use of the shop plus the restaurant. They make it quite clear in the application that they're not looking to provide hot food, so there's just no need for any extraction or flues or anything like that. Won't be actually sort of in a sense cooking on site. So this area of the town, Station Road, is an area that's of a mixed nature. With this sort of class use with some BTs and
Chibo?
yes, exactly.
Zeta?
The opening hours Monday to Friday are until 11:30 at night, and at the weekends is until midnight.
11:30 at night, and they're not cooking any hot food?
yeah, it does sound rather, but
It- Yeah, no, it's okay. Basically, can we just take a look at the general statement? It's what they're proposing to actually offer is during the day they'll offer sort of things like coffee, pastries, lunches and the like, moving on into having wine and sort of things like antipasti.
I know exactly what this sort of thing is like, because in London there's this place called Vagabonds, where you go in and you've got all of these wines around the outside of, well, around the side of the shop, and you go in, put your glass, then you push the button, and out comes some wine. It's all round, and you go and sit down and you try out all the wines. Then you can order food like chorizo, salami, olives, bread, hummus, all this sorts of stuff, and then you sit there. So basically it's going to become a wine bar. So that's a very good idea, and I'll be very happy with that.
Can I just say that I've looked at this thing, and I've printed out the planning application document. It says entertainment is proposed at weekends by way of jazz stream evenings. So my only concerns with this are really to do with noise and also waste disposal, rubbish disposal.
Right, they did mention actually something about the waste disposal, that there's no change to the existing arrangement.
Regarding the noise, the bars need to have someone playing jazz or whatever every so often as well. They have usually someone at the front of the restaurant where people sit by the bar, so there's already someone doing that there.
Doesn't it have to have a different licence anyway to do that?
It does.
Live music.
Well, it says here, suppose that weekly live music will be offered for the entertainment of the clientele. Any such events will be run in compliance with the council local policy. Should any speakers be used for such events, they will be controlled by noise limiters at levels to be agreed with the EHO in the song.
Could we say no objection but express concern regarding noise? Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Because essentially there is actually residences above.
there are, yes, that's right. It could be very,
But you're right, they do have live music in Harpenden.
yeah. It's only that if we said express concern on the levels of noise, yeah, then
Well, it's subject to no loss of immunity.
yeah.
Yes, that's
Because if you think on that side of the road, I don't think there's anything else that potentially would be a noise generator.
the kebab shop.
Yeah, but they don't have music though, do they? I mean, they might have rowdy.
Yeah. After 12 o'clock, the music here won't be.
That's different, you know, that's sort of a short-lived disturbance, whereas if you have music,
It's going to be
for a long time, yeah.
It could, you know, if it's
So
managed.
we have, do we want to say that we have no objection in principle to the proposed change of use?
Yes.
However, express concern over the possible noise nuisance.
Possible noise nuisance, and could I add levels of waste or?
And increased, do we want to say
Yeah.
increased levels?
Yeah, increased levels of litter,
Of trade waste.
trade waste, yes.
On site. Possible noise nuisance.
Noise levels or noise disturbance, I won't use the word nuisance.
Yeah, that's true actually. Noise
Okay,
levels.
Noise levels, yeah.
From proposed entertainment.
Yes.
And what do they propose? Like have a belly dance or something?
They've got entertainers proposed at weekends on the way of jazz stroke string evenings, isn't it?
That's just, oh.
So jazz music carries a long way, actually.
Yeah,
Trumpets coming in.
Yeah.
You'll be objecting next.
Yeah, I'd rather have some trance or dance
It
music.
was jazz in Harpenden, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It may be contained in the shop, but you get people coming and going, can't you? The door opens and then there's a burst of noise from that and that sort of thing.
Let me just have a little look actually just at the
No one
station
objected when I looked it up. I was quite surprised, actually.
Just have a little look to see sort of what
There is a proposal, actually. They are, am I right in that they are extending part of the rear of the
well,
property?
I have made a note actually, Rod, to that sort of end, but
That's not this application.
there's nothing on this application.
No. It's just behind this whole area is some car parking.
Oh, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's like cars parked behind these sort of areas.
Yeah, I know, the access.
There we go, right.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, so essentially in this area here, we've got, well, clearly residents above.
Yes.
We've got Dogs Trust and, you know, a couple of shops that essentially will close in
Yeah.
the evening. And then you've got the wine shop next door, Domino's, which, you know, people come and go rather
Yes.
quickly. So yeah, I think that we should raise a concern about the potential noise nuisance really, based on the fact that there aren't any other on that side of the road.
Yes.
But mind you, bars, they do, they have got accommodation above. I wasn't quite sure exactly what above it. There is clearly accommodation above there, isn't there?
Yeah, I've walked past there late at night and heard people having their conversations. There's a young family, they're always, young lot, always having a party.
What, above bar, Rosita?
Yeah, they have the windows open, you can hear them and everything. There's a group of them at sort of 11 o'clock or so on a Friday night, all having a bit of a party.
Very good.
Okay, that's fine, and I'll put the relevant policy to it.
Okay, thank you.
That might go, isn't it?
Has to be approved, yes, Harry. Boys with his wine glass, waiting for his olives and bit of meat and a belly dancer.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we come down to the next one, 5/2 of 1733113. The part single, part two-storey rear extension with roof lights and alterations to openings at 41 Milford Hill, Harpenden, Herts. History recommendation: no objection, subject to no loss of immunity to neighbouring properties and sufficient parking provision provided as this is not clear from the plans provided. Policies 40, 72, 4 and 5 of the district plan refer.
Have you got the plot of land there?
There's a little picture from above.
I didn't know there was a police force there. I didn't notice that before.
So it just shows you, yeah, because at the moment they haven't got any parking in there. It's got 2 parking spaces in there.
How many bedrooms are they going to?
They're increasing it to become 3 bedrooms. So actually, yes, although I said it wasn't clear, I didn't notice from the block plans they had actually put it on there.
Put two in. I know there's definitely space on those plots for parking.
So I can probably amend the wording to say, as this isn't clear from the plans. The reason why I said that was because the web didn't include the full application with it, as in, the application form. And I didn't notice on there. I was doing it purely from these, which I couldn't tell.
Yeah, well, you put that in there anyway, don't you?
Yes, but I said it wasn't clear from the drawings, but it is clear from that block plan that there are 2 parking spaces allocated. Yeah. So the reason why I said that was that there wasn't the actual, the application form. So I'll amend that.
Yeah. So do you think there is sufficient parking?
Well, if it's 2 and there's 3 bedrooms, then yes.
Yes,
that's perfect.
So
they have to put it in.
So really, we can just leave in no objection subject to no loss of immunity.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Well, no, I would still leave in because they have to provide that. At the moment, they haven't got any.
Okay, right. So they have to.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Provision is provided, and then I'll do full stop, but remove the word where it, as this is not clear from the plans provided. So I'll just remove that.
Okay, we move on. Bottom of page 19, 5/2173368. First floor rear extension, raising of bridge height and reconfiguration of roof, incorporating front dormer window, front and side roof lights at 11 Browning Road, Harpenden. So So, recommendation, no objection. So,
Okay, the road has a mix of house styles and height. Houses either side are actually taller.
right.
Ample parking on the site. Proposals appear in keeping with the style and design of the road.
Yeah, nice and good.
Yep.
Yeah, it's rare that you've got
Yes,
houses.
that's right. That is, usually that's a problem on the road trains. Okay, top of page 20, 5/2017-3404. Two-storey side extension, part single, part two-storey front extension, single-storey rear extension, partial garage conversion, alterations to openings and installation of roof lights following demolition of existing conservatory 14 Altwood Gardens Arts. Recommendation, no objection.
Where's the Altwood, where's the gardens bit? Just says 14 Altwood in here.
Oh, sorry, I put that in.
Did you make that up, did you?
I did. 14 Altwood. I felt I needed some.
Maybe you wanted to have gardens involved.
Yes.
Okay, the house is at the end of the street and borders green open space, so no impact on the proposal from the neighbours. The street already appears to have a terrace look. The proposal appears acceptable, sufficient parking is provided.
So does that, when you say sufficient parking, because it's a two-storey front extension, does that cause an extra bedroom or? You know, like,
Yes, I think it is.
but even if it had an extra bedroom, is there still room?
So there's, yeah, so we've got, it's coming out over the existing garage,
Yep.
at first floor and ground floor level, and it's sort of, yeah, it's because the garage is slightly set down, really. So upstairs, yeah, we've got bedroom 4. Already had only bedroom 3 before.
So there's enough spaces there for parking for 4 bedrooms?
Yes, because
I don't think we've seen that next. Have you seen, can you see the drawing?
the existing garage is to be demolished. However, the side extension incorporates an integral garage. The existing drive, which can accommodate up to 3 cars, so the cars are unaffected by the proposal, so there are actually 4 parking spaces on the
That's
site.
quite, so it's fine, isn't it?
All right.
Okay, we
No,
agree with
no
that,
problem.
no objection.
No objection.
Do you think that?
Yeah, I'm happy with
Okay, next one, 5/2017-3371, single-storey side and rear extension and partial conversion of garage at 41 Hillside Road, Harpenden. Recommendation, the committee have no objection to proposed single-storey extension, however express concern over the loss of garage leading to possible insufficient parking on the site. Policies 40 and 72(4) of the district plan refers.
Yeah, essentially, really, concerned about the loss of the garage and not enough parking provided. It appears that there's parking for 2 cars from the photos on Google, but not for the third car, which is what's required.
Yep.
So how many do they need for the other?
They need 1 more space, but parking from Google, from what I can see, there's only parking for 2 cars, but they need to have space for the third car.
Maybe there was extra
So I think-
concern about that,
I
yeah.
think the wording's fine with me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Okay. Okay, next one, 5/2017-3378, part single, part storey rear extension with roof light, additional windows to side and rear, and alteration to opening at 7 Brackendale Grove, Harpenden. Recommendation, no objection.
The houses in the street are all staggered, so reduces the impact on neighbouring properties. The garage between the boundary with number 9 reduces the impact, no increase in the number of bedrooms, just the size.
Yeah, happy with that?
Okay. Next one is 5/2017339. Single-storey front and side extensions, garage conversion, alterations to openings at 277 Luton Road, Harpenden Hearts. History: two-storey front and side extensions, single-storey rear extension, front canopy alterations to the roof, including gable features at the front, new first floor side windows. Before it was no objection, providing no loss of amenity, so this has been done. So, okay, no objection anyway on this one, is there?
Proposal is just for a small additional single-storey extension to the rear of the existing garage and the conversion of the garage to a store. Pay sufficient parking on the site. Obviously you're losing the garage, but it's got a good frontage, yeah.
Yep, that's fine. Doing your recommendation.
Okay.
So we're top of page 21, 5/2017340, two-storey side extensions of front and rear dormer windows and alterations to openings at 38 Bell Close, Harpenden. Recommendation, no objection.
Right, house is at the end of the road. The proposed extension is to the side which is bordering the garden. Adding a garage, don't believe the proposal will affect anyone.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sounds very good. Yep. No objection.
Okay.
Okay, next one is one we've got to consider. 5/2017334, single-storey side and rear extension, raising and extension of roof to provide habitable loft accommodation with front dormer windows, side and rear roof lights and rear Juliet balcony, alterations to openings at 33 Paddock Wood, Harpenden. Recommendation, well, consider, committee to consider.
Yes. I'm following the top of my one. Okay, so the house in question is the one with the little green dot. And again, the little green dot. So this is the existing elevation. And these are the proposed elevations.
Oh, I know this property, I know it very well. Haven't been out.
What's their cars? Has delivered a new
No.
Oh.
Probably delivered something. It's a bungalow, isn't it?
Yes,
It is.
Yes, so they basically want to make it into a house.
Okay.
And from the looks of it, there isn't going to be any loss of amenity to the neighbouring properties from these proposals.
It's huge, Harry.
Yeah, it's got a bigger front garden than the back garden. So.
Yeah, can I just say, I've visited, I've had a look at this place. The house next door seems to emulate what they're trying to achieve.
Yeah, the house
really?
next door, I think.
Yes.
They did their changes a few years ago.
Yeah.
I think it is.
Yeah. You can see where the new line is. It's the brickwork by the chimney here. I think that's what they did. They extended it because the bricks here are slightly different shade to the bricks there. And that was about a year or two ago.
Because I'm not sure if we looked at that one actually.
Oh, right, it says November 2009. Oh, okay, maybe it's the next one up. Yeah, November 2009. Okay.
It's this one which is the one which looked to me to be what this one's trying to emulate.
Yeah.
So it's a big increase, you know, but it's as though if it's already been done next door,
It's hard, isn't it, to say
you can't do
keep
it.
it within the street thing when, you know, like you say, one side of it is enormous.
I mean,
it's just a case of whether or not you, I suppose because of it is slightly set forward, isn't it, from the rest of the street,
Yes.
the flank wall
Yes, that's it. You'd see,
is being reduced,
well, yeah,
I suppose, isn't it?
there would be an impact on street scene.
because the street scene, this property here is not Paddock Wood, that's Laycroft Way. The street scene, if we're going to go on the street, is Paddock Wood, which is the other bungalows. This is the street. This is
Yes, that's right. Yes.
different. But obviously, because that property borders this, then you can see where the similarity is. I don't have a problem with them doing what they...
But this is probably actually a very good picture, which I've just found now. This is essentially, this is the house that's being changed, and it would come out like that, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would do, yes.
Have there been any objections?
I don't think there was.
No, there's no objections, that's the strange thing.
Yeah.
If no one had done anything nearby, you know, I might...
This could set a precedent.
Well, does it show on that? Do they stop at the corner of the other property?
Just see here,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's how they can get away with it, isn't it? Yeah.
I mean,
It isn't actually going to
It's not going to affect
affect them.
another house.
Yeah.
It would just be, as Rod says, change to the street thing.
Yeah.
Whereas at the moment we've got this lovely big open expanse.
we could say express concern over the street scene. I don't know whether there's enough there.
Then I mean it's fine. We don't have to say there's a problem if we feel that there's not a problem.
Just say subject to no loss of amenity to neighbouring properties.
Yeah.
Because as you say, Pip,
Yes.
it's, you know, that they're coming along but they are stopping short of.
Yes.
I know, it's huge.
It is when you look sort of from that to that, but and because of these guys,
I mean, they will actually end up bigger than the house next door. But then not bigger than this one, or similar size actually. This one's probably gone back at some point. Pretty tricky, isn't it?
we've almost got sort of this pattern of almost that it expand and get in line with the corner of the front.
I honestly don't think there's enough ground.
No,
I don't think there is. But what
we don't have to complain. We can just accept that it's a good
The only thing
use of the
is-
plot.
They only fit 2 parking spaces in. By the looks of it.
Yes, you will.
Yeah,
Because of the access. Because they're right in the junction, aren't they? That's the biggest issue.
Yes, you've got a good point there. So we could express our concern
And it's
over
all
lots of
regular.
parking.
Yeah. Because that is their problem, is they can't have a crossover onto that function, I'm guessing. Although they could still make plenty of parking there, they could still have, just have the access out there, couldn't they? So they're keeping the frontage quite open.
Yeah, they could convert that to parking in the front of the house, couldn't they?
Just get a tank or two on there.
Are you using the garage?
What's she doing?
I would have rather know.
Yeah, let me just,
Pointless.
I printed out the plans for this.
Yeah, that is their drive, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is, yes.
Very big one.
I mean, it's
Yeah, so they're not providing enough parking.
are we losing the garage? I think we must be.
Yes, I think you're right there.
They don't seem to mention that they are losing it, but
Convenient.
oh
here
yeah,
we are,
it
here.
does say
Oh,
garage
this is-
replaces off, it should be off
Yeah,
street
no,
parking.
I printed off the highway report here. Isn't it? Parking. This is the highways report. There's the loss of the garage. The applicant stated that 2 off-street spaces will be available on the driveway. Any nearby highway parking restrictions apply to all. Parking levels to LPA requirements. It says this application for an extension property is acceptable in the highways context. So that's the
Yeah.
extract from it, but I would have thought there is a concern over parking, isn't there? Really, just to...
Yeah.
Well, it's tricky really, in that
There is proposed 4 bedrooms.
We could still express concern over lack of parking.
and they have scope to address the issue, don't they? It's a vast law.
But then, are they losing? No, they've got a massive back garden as well, haven't they?
Yes,
It's not that they're losing their meeting space.
No.
I mean, it's good because it obviously it keeps the visibility clear around that bend. You know, if you have parked cars in
That's right, yes.
So maybe that's already been a concern. The planning, perhaps. I think it's right. We should definitely express concern, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
In my view.
Okay, so do we want to say that we have no concern or no objection in principle to the proposed extension?
Yeah.
Great, as a president, what did you say?
Yeah. But express
If it
concern
hadn't, we would be...
over insufficient parking.
Well, a precedent hasn't been set on this road,
No.
No, the one beside it.
Yeah, it's Laycroft Way.
No,
No, there is one.
the one beside it has got,
Yeah,
So
that's
from that,
Laycroft Way, that house
from
there.
that it looks like
This is Paddock Wood.
Yeah, but there is one here.
Yeah, but
It's
are we
pretty
talking
dry.
about a precedent for the street, or are we talking about a precedent?
No, if you look, Harry, at this, the neighbour at what, that would be 31,
Mhm.
has been extended.
Yeah.
Although is that
What,
is that the same
the
as that
same-
conservatory? It's not, is it?
To the degree that they're proposing splits.
Well, that's what I thought. I'm
See, this is
on
old.
that street scene. That's an old street scene, that is actually.
Yeah. That's the neighbour's
The-
now.
The, that
So
one.
the one
makes-
that you were looking at here, Harry, is Laycroft,
Yeah.
but this house here has also been extended.
Yes, it's been extended since that picture was taken.
Let me just have a little look. Because when I looked at this, I thought to myself, I'm sure that we've looked at this before, but when there was no history,
That would
I think it would be 31.
That would
We looked
explain
at.
why they haven't objected.
Yeah, here we go.
There we are.
Yeah, so it was 3 years ago,
Yeah.
actually. So if we very quickly look at this,
That's what threw me a bit on that street scene because it was the one next to it, which looked identical to what they're planning to do.
I mean, funny enough, there's obviously there was an objection on this one.
Yeah.
Probably fine from 33.
Yeah, there were no objections on this one.
Okay, so renovation is proposed. So this is the one that was 3 years ago, which will just help us to
There you are.
have a bit of an understanding. So,
Yeah.
but the precedent has been set by number 31.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, so then you can say the committee, however, do express concern over the insufficient parking provision proposed on this. Do we want to say this, I want to basically say that it's a tricky area, a tricky location. I mean, do I want to say the word like something like sensitive or?
Yes, I think we need. You don't want to
Yeah.
block the visibility, do you?
No, but also it's kind of a case of you don't want somebody plonking their car. If they've got 3 cars, you don't want them plonking a car there permanently on the.
Yes, it's not sensitive.
Yeah, you get what I mean? Yeah.
Different locations. It's,
Difficult parking location. Complex location. On this curved location.
On this, do you want to say on? Proposed in this location on entry to the street or something like that?
It's the location by Road Junction, isn't it?
Yeah, by Road Junction, yeah.
In this, proposed in this, oh, no, sorry. This, highway junction location.
Yes, I think so, yes.
Something slight, isn't it?
Yes, and use line of sight for visibility displays. I think that's not overly up there.
Do you think?
Yeah.
The committee, however, do express concern over the insufficient parking provision proposed in this highway junction location.
Mm-hmm.
Do you?
Or this road or this location which has a...
We'll put as the site sits on a highway junction.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right, yes.
Proposed on... Okay, well, take that out. Proposed on the site, which is situated on to what we all had it.
On a road junction.
You know what it's called? Rewind it back on the recording. So situated on
Curve or bend.
On a bend.
on a
On a bend by a road junction.
Bend.
Okay, this curve access to the
What is that?
to the cul-de-sac, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay,
Should we let you sleep on that one?
Maybe.
Yeah.
The committee, however, do express concern over the insufficient parking provision proposed on the site, which is situated on this curved access to the cul-de-sac.
Yes, that's good. I think that
Really as
sounds
close
good.
as we're probably going to get, isn't it?
Happy with that?
It's not.
You want to
Or do you sleep over it? But
No, it's the choice of words.
I'm more worried about the visibility to traffic control. To do something like that.
yeah, it's like has a service animal parks outside the house, which people do not sleep. They're right on there.
Yeah, because they're right on the bend, and essentially it's a give-way point.
People do
At
that
that point,
already on that road.
Oh,
At that point, it is. It's that people would need to stop at the end here,
yeah.
give way to the right,
Yeah.
won't they? And if you've got a car parked here, and you're having to swing out to get round them,
Yes, you're right.
it's just...
Yeah. Because it is actually located on the junction.
Yeah, and, I mean, what doesn't help is the fact that we've got it a curve here,
So
and
as the
it's
site is located on the junction.
Yeah.
do that again. Proposed as the site
Is located on the junction.
Yay!
Very good. Well done. Thanks. That's
Great,
great.
original.
Well done.
Do you like to get the words right?
Yes.
It sounded wrong, didn't it?
Yes, it seems a bit sort of jumbled.
Convoluted.
I won't take Rod's homework. Oh, what a lovely phone.
Good discussion, huh?
Yes. The cases of all feeling happy with the way.
Okay, so we move on to, we're still on page 21, 5/20173398, part single, parts 2-storey front and rear and single-storey side extensions following demolition of detached garage at 4 Farlings Road, Harpenden. We've got a history, which was part single, part 2-storey front and rear and single-storey side extensions. That's interesting. This is an addition. Anyway, your recommendation, no objection provided, no loss of amenity to neighbouring properties. Policy 72.5 of the district plan refers.
Okay, permissions had already been granted for a scheme for which this reduces slightly to the front elevation. Repeat the wording for the people.
Yeah, happy with that.
Okay.
Yep.
See, again, a reduction in what was
Yeah.
originally done.
Yes. Okay. So just going back to that other one, was there any problem with parking or anything?
No, this is a particularly open frontage.
This is Barley
Side.
Road. Barley Road, there's,
Yeah,
you can fit a tank in there.
yeah, so here we go. I can show you from literally this drawing here. You have a big open
Well, yeah.
Front.
Okay, that takes care of it. Okay, so the next one is 5/2173280 and single story front extension. Our recommendation is application does not meet the criteria for consideration by the committee. Okay. We move over to top of page 22. 5/2017337. First consent, 2 non-illuminated fascia signs and 1 non-illuminated hanging sign. This is retrospective at 44 High Street, Harpenden Hearts. Recommendation, no objection, subject to compliance with policy 90 of the district plan.
Okay, this is essentially the Jojo Mama Baby,
Yep.
has moved from its location to the shop where it used to be the American Twins, who have moved into the shop round the corner, which was the Arga site, which has now moved a bit further along into another location, much larger. Anyway, I digress slightly. So the proposed signage is non-illuminated and the colours are subtle and in keeping with its installation area.
Sounds good to me.
Happy?
Yeah.
Harry, you okay with that?
Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
Okay. So, next one is 5/201733348. Replacement shop front and rear at 44 High Street, Harpenden Hearts. Recommendation, no objection, subject to compliance with policy 90 of district plan.
Yeah.
It's essentially the follow-on application for the other one.
Okay, so it's the same place.
Yeah.
Yep, we're okay with this? Yep. Okay, and then which I think is the last one there, 5/201733396, front porch at 21 Biggershill Lane, Harpenden. Recommendation, this application does not meet the criteria for consideration by the committee. Right. So we've come to the end of those. Let's just look at the agenda again. So we have to consider a few other. Okay, so we're on to item 6, aren't we, letters of rejection.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, I didn't actually ask if we had any public questions in accordance with standing order.
No, none of them received.
Okay, letters of objection, no letters of objection have been received for consideration. Appeals, 11 Fovent Close, Harpenden.
We
don't,
we
just
have to
essentially note it.
Yeah, note all the prior
Really just there as
notifications and
an information thing.
Okay, so let's go back to the agenda. Prior notifications.
we just
Yeah, just one, I think. 2.
Right, okay, this is here, page 27.
Yeah, and we just note those. We aren't able to comment on them.
Okay, yep, so, is that 3 then?
There's 2. There's only 2 for Harpenden.
Oh, okay.
The other one is for Ashley Ward.
Oh, okay, right, understand.
But unless I chop the page up, it
I'm with you. Okay, carry on down the agenda. List of weekly St Albans District Council decisions. Just got to note down. Weekly list of decisions. Anything on here? Do you think?
Well, there's an awful lot of them. It's essentially all of the decisions for Harpenden that cover the 3-week period.
If there's anything that what's this one? Did you see anything on here?
To be honest, I didn't actually glance at them particularly in detail, really.
There's conditional permission for replacement of 5-bedroom detached dwelling at 2 Barnes Dean at Brindle Watts.
Things are clearly moving forward actually with the artificial turf pitch I've put roundwood.
Yeah. Okay, and then I couldn't see anything on that list. And then if we come back to the thing with the list of tree works, isn't it? Application for tree works, that's 53 to 61. Do we cover that?
Just
No,
note those. They're really there, just there for information, really.
Yes. Okay. Southbound Road, cut back one of the trees, clear access to the road, and that's all. Okay, so I think, so if we've covered all of that, so date of next meeting, Monday 26th of January, oh hang on, planning, there's St Albans Planning Law, Monday 22nd of January, and Planning Advisory Committee B meeting being on Tuesday 9th of January. So I think that comes to the close of the meeting. Okay, so
okay, meeting closed.
2036, 20 make it.